Why would they bring that up when apparently this was only the first excuse to begin with? Because Zach TTG, as I already said, he didn't pay rent for multiple months, but he's still in the group. It comes across as extremely suspicious when you bring up all these excuses and different reasons why Los was kicked out to begin with, but then...
The guy tweeted that he's watching. What's up, bro? I like your video.
Wow. Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. I'm not sure how to respond. Yeah, it's definitely hard. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, Los Polos, he actually reacted to my video on his stream. Weirdest shit of all time. Definitely didn't expect this at all. I popped into his stream just wondering if he was going to talk about 2Hype because, you know, I got to get these videos out. I wanted to see if he was going to talk shit about them or say something about them. And then I get into the stream and he's reacting to my goddamn video. Definitely the coolest thing that's happened to me on YouTube so far, so shout out to Big Daddy Los. But basically, the main thing I want to talk about in this video is that while he reacted to my video, he agreed with a lot of the statements and gave a lot more insight. He talks about Jaidel's tweets. He talks about how Jaidel actually ended up blocking him after he made a tweet responding to him. Literally just brain dead things. What is 2Hype thinking? Like genuinely, you're gonna block him. Yeah, that's the right decision to make. You're gonna block him for just responding to your tweet. You are a pussy. But I'm only going to play a few clips of him reacting to my video and giving insight and obviously giving his opinion about new things about 2Hype because I didn't make this video for no reason. He obviously has some new information about the situation and calling them out on their bullshit. So just so you guys know, I'm not going to be pulling the whole fucking stream in this video. I'm not going to be covering everything. But if you guys want to see him fully react to my video, I'll put a link down below.
Okay, I just want you to see, this is like a person, this is like a random person like watching and just like seeing this shit. Like literally look what this guy says, bro. He said some funny shit. Hold on. All right, watch.
Jaidel just dropped a goddamn bombshell on Twitter. He made this 7-long tweet thread. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus Christ. Looking like a goddamn English essay. He dropped this long-ass paragraph on Twitter, basically addressing the main accusations that Los was saying on his stream a few days ago. And if you don't know what Los said, don't worry, I'm going to be putting all the clips, all the important clips that Los said in his like 5-hour stream, so you guys don't have to watch that whole thing. I'm going to be putting all those clips side by side by the accusations by Jaidel, because most of this long-ass Twitter thread, it's a whole bunch of horse shit. And
oh my god, I just got lightheaded. Fuck, I just got lightheaded, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god, I actually just got lightheaded.
Look at Big Daddy Lewis having a good laugh. Honestly, this shit was crazy when I first saw this on stream. How he genuinely thought my video was funny as shit and then played it to 10,000 or over 10,000 people live on Twitch. Crazy. Actually crazy. But let's get to the first point that I made. Los now talks about Walker and how he's such a nice guy, but he got finessed by 2Hype being shitty people. Check it out.
I don't think people don't understand. Like, this is another person, right? Who, this a nice dude. Meet this guy. Perfectly nice guy. He was gonna be in the group, right? Somehow, because they're bigger, they somehow made it seem like he's a bad person to their whole audience, and then just like blocked them and shit. And then I saw him fucking going off about this shit. It was so funny, bro. Cause it's so, like he's so logical, and they're so like just trying to like pollute these little kids' heads and just like make them believe shit. It's so funny, bro.
Like, to think that every single person who got kicked out of 2Hype is all on the same side here. They all have the same story about manipulation, them being fake and shitty people. If you actually trust shit hype anymore, there's something wrong with you. But next point, I brought up in my video that Los was reacting to about merch sales and how 2Hype just wanted to cut down the amount of people to get more money in their pockets for brand deals, merch revenue, and shit like that. And Los talks about that. But if you guys know a clue about brand deals and sponsorships, they could have just easily capped out at a certain amount of money, and 2Hype then had to make the decision that they wanted to get rid of people so they could make this brand deal work. And not even talking about the brand deals, just involving merch, splitting up the revenue from your merch sales between 10 people, 9 people, it's way different from 6 people.
And this is another thing I want to add on to this, chat. This is a great point of him talking about merch and all this shit. It's a great point, right? I want you to think about this too. remember, like I said, they never wanted to do like a group channel. Then all of a sudden they decide they want to do a group channel, right? When they decide to do that, it's not weird that as soon as that happened, they cut 3 people. Is that not more the pie for each of them?
It's clear as goddamn day the real reason that they kicked out people in Too Hype. It's so clear that it feels stupid explaining it at this point because of how clear and obvious that it is. These are genuine evil people and they just want money. They're driven by money. They're sourced by money. That's all they goddamn want. Which, to be honest, I really could care less about. I mean, genuinely, if these people would come out and say, hey, you know what? We're just greedy and we're running a business so we could get more money in our pockets, I have no goddamn issue with that. The issue that I have is that they don't portray that. They portray some image, some fake goddamn robot image, that they're all about the fans, they're all about the support, when they're not. But next clip, if you guys remember Jidel, that goddamn English essay paper that he wrote on Twitter, Los then talks about that because he hasn't responded to that yet. He responds to the Jidel long-ass Twitter thread. As you guys are going to see in a few minutes when
Very poorly thought out tweet. Very horrible, poor execution. Definitely didn't run it by your higher ups. You probably went against what the higher ups said, and just overall, you just look dumb. You just look stupid. Now you're just seeing the like. Of course, you couldn't handle it. You blocked me, of course, but now you're seeing. Look at this. This guy is probably a Too Hype fan. Or was, or some shit, I don't know. Why would he even be talking about this if he didn't know about Too Hype? Obviously, he fucking knows. And he's like, damn. What the fuck?
Sorry to blow your bubble, but yeah, I'm not a Too Hype fan. I'm not very fond of them, if you couldn't tell. You know what? I used to be, though. I used to be a few years ago, about 4 years ago, 3 years ago, so hey, you got me. In this next clip, though, Los points out the bullshit reasons that Too Hype said that they were going to kick him out for, like being messy, like being lazy, being late on rent, and he proves that that's all bullshit, and they're just trying to come up with goddamn excuses off the fly. But why would they bring up so many multiple excuses and reasons why Los was first kicked out, like paying rent, like not paying rent on time?
Because they didn't want to say they kicked me out. Because they don't want to appear as they really are. They want to appear as good people. So when I got the FaceTime call and I'm sitting there, I'm looking at all of them, and I'm being told, make up a story, we'll go along with whatever story you want to lie about. Make up a story, tell the audience, we'll go along with it. That's why. So when I tell the truth, oh my God, panic. He fires up a god-awful stream, just spews out, just reaching for anything to make me look bad, to justify it, because there was no real reason. But that's it, right there. I didn't want to lie. And, like, I had no reason to lie. Now I'm not in the group, so why would I lie for you? And then all these other people who are no longer a part of it, no longer affiliated, they're not, like no one's lying.
Exactly. You guys genuinely got to think about it this way. When Los, TD, and Walker were all kicked out of Too Hype, they didn't say a goddamn peep. It nowhere near was as big of a drama as it was about a year ago, 2 years ago, when they were first kicked out, because they didn't even say anything. There's literally no reason for them to bring up this drama now, other than the fact to support Mopi and his decision. There's no reason that they would bring up this drama just out of no reason, for clout, for attention. No, if they wanted to clout and attention, they would do it immediately when they got kicked out, when the drama was really hot, when they could have blew this shit completely out of proportion. For Los to bring this up now, he's got nothing to gain. His views aren't down. It's not like he needs attention on the internet. No, he's killing it. He doesn't need fucking a little bit more clout about Too Hype to bring up some drama just to get him a little bit more money. He's not about that shit. Nobody called you money hungry because you started to upload more on YouTube or work harder. Everyone called you money hungry is because you sacrificed your own relationships, your own friendships for a little bit more money in your fucking merch sales and brand deals. That's why everyone was calling you money hungry. Why are you acting oblivious like you didn't see the claims that Los said? Listen to the story told by Los about Jesser and LSK trying to scam him just a fucking month ago for a little bit more money. Now that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the best feeling that you could possibly get as a YouTuber, especially a commentary YouTuber like me. But in this last clip I brought up in my video that Los is reacting to, that if they don't address this, if 2Hype doesn't actually acknowledge this information, and if they don't have a coherent response or apology, this is only going to get blown out of the water way more. And then Los responded saying this: "This is only going to keep blowing up more and more until you guys finally address it. Why do you guys not understand these things? You're grown-ass adults. Haven't you learned from other YouTubers' mistakes?" Like, Jesus Christ, it's so clear that these guys...
Because they can't. They got to come up with something now. They can't. If it was that easy, you just hop on Twitter. Yo, what? This is what? No, because it's not that easy to come up with some, like, thing that makes sense. It's not easy.
Exactly. It's all to trick the kids, right? It's all to manipulate the kids in what response would be best and more fit. And speaking of response and fit, LSK, he dropped a 45-minute video yesterday. Technically yesterday, but it was just a few hours ago. And I'm dropping a video on that right after this one. I'm dropping a video on LSK's whole response, proving how that shit was so bullshit, because that was one of the most garbage videos I've seen all goddamn year. He embarrassed the absolute shit out of himself. So if you guys want to see that, stay tuned for later today. But that was basically all Los had to say about this, and he reacted to my video, so I thought that I should just cement this into my channel as just a memorial and to give out some new information about 2Hype. So hope you guys enjoyed. See you tomorrow. See you later today, actually.